As kids, we don't pay attention to our surroundings since all we care about when we're in the moment of playing is having fun. This is how I ended up injuring myself, so much so that I needed stitches. It was on a not so eventful day at the park that my parents decided to set up a picnic for the family. It would be mom, dad, big sis and me. While they looked for a spot to set everything up, we were having fun on the park's playground. We enjoyed everything the playground had for us. We climbed the jungle gym, rode on some swings, and went spinning go bye-bye while mom and dad got the picnic going. As we continued to play all over the place, me and my sister eventually ended up at this magnificent contraption called a seesaw. My sister and I started rocking up and down on this thing. As this continued for some time, I got the idea to start hanging from the edge. At this point, I was dangling in the air while my sister was safely on the ground. So back with mom and dad, as they finished all the preparations, the picnic was ready to begin, calling for us to join them and bringing this day to a fun and peaceful end. But what I didn't know was that underneath the arm of the seesaw was a metal plate that was sharp enough to do some serious damage. Hearing our parents call for us, my sister gets off and I come crushing down on the ground with the seesaw slamming down on my leg, right above my knee. Now this had the potential to be a lot worse as the plate could have struck my head, and I don't want to know how that would have ended. But with the plate now engraved in my leg, I let out the loudest scream possible my lungs could force out. As soon as mom and dad hears me, they come rushing over and finds me with this plate lodged in my leg. Seeing as how they didn't know how to move or carry me in the scenarios since I was gushing red like a fountain, and when they tried to maneuver me to the car, my leg bent in a way it wasn't supposed to, so the situation was looking rather dire. But everything just happened to work out since across the road from the park lived a medic nearby that worked at the local factory that just happened to be on his day off, and a police officer parked near a corner store that heard the screams and came rushing over to investigate. After hearing what happened and help from a medic, they get me into the car, and the officer told us to drive behind them and ignore the traffic lights as we start racing over to the hospital. Meanwhile, in the back of the car, the medic held and pushed my leg together to keep it from moving so that any further damage to the torn area can be minimized, all the while calls and preparations were made for our arrival. Upon arriving at our destination, I was taken in where they stitched my leg back together, with a suture reaching one side of my leg to the other. So, with time my leg healed, regaining its strength, and to this day this mark remains.